morning, day number 3 on the Palmetto Trail. I had to take a few days off because of weather, but it's a gorgeous day today and I'm happy to be back at it. I'm doing the Blue Ridge Electric Co-op Passage. It's 12.6 miles, this one. So it's going to be a good long day. Apparently there's quite a bit of elevation gain. If it means anything to anybody, I'm hiking from Highway 178 and my destination point is Table Rock State Park. Just me and the birds and God this morning. Definitely a well-marked trail. It's been a steady climb for almost an hour. I had some questions about the website, and so I asked it on the Facebook group, the Palmetto Trail Facebook group. And oh, the love I've gotten from people on there. South Carolinians really live up to the Southern hospitality. If anybody from the website ever watches my videos, which is probably next to like winning the lottery, or if you're watching these and want to hike the trail yourself, let me explain something about this website. They list the passages from west hiking east, yet they give the directions for the trailheads as if you were hiking east going west. So it's very confusing. And some of the passages are listed as closed, and I don't know if the website is updated or if that's old news. But I don't want to walk halfway down the trail and then find that it's closed. So I'm going to have to skip those passages, sadly. Anyways, I wish they would do their website a little bit better. Just a walk through the woods right now. I don't understand if that's smoke or what that is down there, but it's very hazy. Already in the 2nd chapter of Judges, it says, "Then the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served the Baals, and they forsook the Lord God of their fathers who had brought them out of the land of Egypt, and they followed other gods from among the gods of the people who were all around them, and they bowed down to them, and they provoked the Lord to anger. They forsook the Lord and served Baal and the Ashtoreths." The Baal that was most widely worshipped in Canaan was the god of agricultural fertility. He was thought to be the giver of rain, whose energizing power caused the plants and animals to grow. He was worshipped in many places and under different guises. Whoa. Those little squirrels, they cause such a ruckus. Scampering here and there. Now, what is that growing in there? I dare not go up in there because I'm kind of fearful of snakes. Ashtoreth was a goddess also known as Astarte or Ishtar. She was the goddess of sexual love and maternity and fecundity, and she was also the goddess of war. Interesting combination. She was worshipped in Canaan in the days of Abraham, so she had been around a long time, and even Solomon paid homage to her. In the Old Testament, the names of Baal and Ashtoreth are used almost synonymously for all of the false gods and goddesses in Palestine. I'm getting a nice reprieve now. I get to go downhill for a while. So whenever the Israelites went out to fight or embarked on a military campaign, they were beaten because God was no longer with them. However, God used these defeats as a means of leading the Israelites back to their God. the Lord raised up judges for them. So, as long as the judge lived, the Lord delivered them from the hands of their enemies. It says that the Lord was grieved that they had to suffer oppression. Oh, we have such a compassionate, caring God. But when the judge died, the people turned to their former apostasies. It was such a vicious cycle. You see, the Israelites engaging in spiritual promiscuity by having relationships with deities other than the Lord and thereby breaking their exclusive covenant with Him was like breaking a marriage vow. That's how intimate God's relationship was with His people. All right, I've come to a crossroads. It says to Sassafras Mountain or to Table Rock State Park. Sassafras Mountain is also called the Round Top Mountain Passage, but it's more like a spur trail to get you from Sassafras Mountain to here. And I want to go to Table Rock State Park. Here are some new flowers for me. Wow. Getting pretty thick, but yes, I'm still on the Palmetto Trail. I can tell the trail crew has done a good job in clearing the trail. Appreciate that so much. Then it says the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. This anger is not that of impulse, but expressive rather of God's abhorrence of evil, an abhorrence that has its foundation in the character of God. Thankfully, they have a little bridge for us, for me. Man's anger is a fire, burning with impulsive and selfish passion. God's anger springs from eternal principles of righteousness and benevolence. Uh-oh, my pathway has run out and I'm into grass walking now. Uh-oh, I'll be very diligent. 'Cause I don't want ticks on me. But it is very beautiful and a nice change of scenery. So brilliant, chartreuse. That grass walking didn't last long and now we got a creek. But where is the bridge to the creek? Is this my first wading, fording experience? It is pretty. Yeah, I bushwhacked, but it was worth it. I found this log. Anything to not get my feet wet. Oh, tick heaven, I'm sure. Oh, dear me. Whew. No ticks, some scratches, but that's okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, goody. There's some stepping stones. Whoa, a bit rocky, as in wobbly. I did it. Another stream crossing. I think I can do it. It looks like the remains of what pigs routing around. So there are pigs in this woods, eh? Here's some big erratics. Wow. Oh, there's civilization down there. Here's a big wall of them. Well, it looks like I've got 5 more miles to go. My first real break. Wonderful. Lovely little stream right behind my picnic spot. Well, there's a little bit of a waterfall up there. First interesting thing I've seen on this trail. I hate to say it. Because Israel had broken the terms of the covenant by worshiping other gods, so the Lord was free from his part of the contract and was not under obligation to fulfill his promise of driving out the remaining native inhabitants of the land. God left the nations as instruments to afflict the Israelites, to punish them, and to teach them that the way of apostasy does not pay. Through the afflictions, God was endeavoring to turn the minds of his people back to him. Similar experiences have been the lot of men through all the ages. When people are at the end of their rope, they usually call out to God. Why not just trust him and serve him all of your days? And then you will have peace in your life. What is preventing you from giving your life to God? Another new one. It's on a shrub. Some more fancy footwork ahead. So this Blue Ridge Electric Co-op passage is a walk through the woods. Nothing particularly to write home about, but the stream crossings made it a little interesting. Glad it's done. Took me 7.5 hours to complete 12.6 miles. And that was with a half-hour lunch break and lots of stops on the uphills. I just love when one of these pop up. And my dear mother was waiting in the parking lot for me. Made it. And we are staying in number 60, and that means I get a shower now.